Hello, who's this?
Guys, our Elizabeth Arden fragrance is back? So guys, we all remember the ever popular sunflowers. Who didn't have this in the 90s? I still have a bottle just because it's nostalgic, right? You just got to. And of course, we remember Red Door. Everybody's mom was wearing Red Door while we were wearing sunflowers in the 90s. And then of course, the popular green tea. Who didn't have green tea? Made you feel like you were in a spa all day long. And while Elizabeth Arden has certainly had a few perfumes come out over the last several decades, I don't think any of them have touched the popularity of those three. So imagine my surprise when I come home to this baby in my mailbox. Hi, a new signature Elizabeth Arden fragrance? Who knew? Guys, I am super excited about this perfume. The notes look so good and so perfect for spring. I cannot wait to try this. But of course, I wanted to do it on camera with you guys to give you my first impressions of how I like this. So let's do this. I'm so excited. So first of all, I want to tell you guys the notes. So the top notes are dragon fruit, which I'm super curious about. Golden pear, one of my favorite notes ever. I love pear. And pink pepper, which I also love. Super excited about this combination for the opening. I think it's gonna be really good. The heart has an exclusive Elizabeth Arden ambrette and rose accord, magnolia flower, pink peony, and jasmine sambac absolute. All favorites of mine. I love peony. I love magnolia, and I love jasmine sambac. All of these notes are beautiful florals. They're super feminine. They're super pretty. Peony and magnolia are hands down my favorite like spring floral notes. I'm so excited. And then the base features sandalwood oil, muscamore, which is a vegan man-made note from IFF that's described as an animalic musk. So we'll see how that goes. And then tonka bean absolute and amber tonic. So that base sounds pretty good. I love tonka bean. I love amber. Sandalwood can be tricky for me, and an animalic musk, ooh, we'll see. Fingers crossed, because this is a feminine fragrance, it won't be too over the top, so we'll see how it goes. So let's open this puppy up. I'm so excited, you guys. Let's give this a shot. I'm trying to get it open without totally destroying the box, you guys. It's not easy. Guys, finally I broke in. Okay, here she comes. Ooh, that's really a pretty cap. I wasn't expecting the cap to be so pretty, but it's really pretty in person. Check it out. It's almost like kind of a pink stone situation. Like really nice, really like hefty, classy, beautiful bottle. So this is the 100 ml size bottle. So good, lots of juice. I'm so excited, guys. Can't wait to try this. Gonna give her a couple of primer sprays. Okay, let's give her a shot. I'm going big or going home. Smells really pretty in here. It's very floral. Very pretty. There's a touch of powderiness. The pear is really nice. There's a sweetness here. Ooh, that's really pretty. I really like it. I'm getting the jasmine already. It's really nice, really pretty, really feminine and floral. It's got that sort of like powdered vanilla sugar that I always talk about. It's got that vibe. So this is definitely a winner for me in terms of the opening. I'm really liking it. I can't tell you that I would smell this and think, oh my gosh, it's dragon fruit. But it does have like this really nice, like fruity, vanillic, powdery, lightly floral, like gentle kind of opening. It's really pretty. It's definitely like, it's strong in here because I gave it what, a good like 9 sprays, but I could see this being like easily office appropriate. This is not going to be like some crazy like patchouli bomb that's gonna like blast out your coworkers or anything like that. It reminds me a little bit of Flowerbomb, of that kind of vibe with that like powdery, pretty vanilla with the florals. It's giving me a little bit of that kind of a vibe, but no patchouli. So if you're like me and you're like, overall, I like the idea of Flowerbomb, but I just don't like that patchouli, this might be in a good realm for you. Guys, I like her. I am definitely going to report back in a little bit once this dries down, and I'll keep you informed and let you know how that dry down goes and, you know, what comes out of the base, Hopefully it won't get too animalic, but so far so good. I'm really liking it so far. Hi guys, it's a little bit later in the night. I just wanted to check in and kind of give you an update on the Eternal Aura and how the dry down is for me. I do definitely get both the sandalwood and the musk. I wouldn't say it's an overly animalic musk, so I'm okay with it, but I do really notice that sandalwood, which sandalwood is hit or miss for me, but this is okay. It's definitely like I can deal with it, but you will get it. You will for sure notice the sandalwood. And to me, this has the vibes of that Australian sandalwood that's a little bit like warmer and drier. So if that makes any kind of sense, you'll sort of get that Australian sandalwood vibe. And then of course, you'll definitely get the musk with this dry down as well. I also find the magnolia really super noticeable in this fragrance, which I'm a super huge fan of. I love magnolia as a note. So it's really nice. It really, you keep with that sort of like cozy, like vanillic, powdery, like feminine vibe that's going on. It's really nice. It's really easy. This is very, very springtime, but I think you could wear it year round. I can see it becoming like someone's daily favorite signature scent that they love to wear everywhere. This fragrance is available in a 50 ml bottle and a 100 ml bottle, which is what I have here, the 100 ml. And it also comes in a hydrating, creamy body balm that you could layer underneath the perfume. Another major bonus, this perfume was created for women by women. Be sure to head on over to Macy's and check this one out, you guys. If you love a good feminine powdery floral, I think this is gonna be your jam. This is again, Elizabeth Arden Eternal Aura, and I really, really liked it.